Hello everyone and welcome back to Chaos Creations. Well, I want to have a quick word. It's about 11:30 here at night and I've been doing some 6 to 8mm terrain. Now these two pieces turned out quite nicely. This is part 1 or part 7, but I'm only going to do the 4 bases because I want to turn it into something that it's supposed to be. Especially like a big market tower that's supposed to rise up. But I'm just going to have the 4 pieces by themselves, making it to like a giant like platform for ships and so forth. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but these are stairs here, little doors and such, big Gothic columns and such, and it's very pretty. So it's like a piece of a pie. I'll get all 4 pieces, pop them together, and glue them, maybe, I don't know, to see how I do, and away we go. And it's turned out really brilliant. I mean, it is very basic, but, you know, for what it is, it's turned out very nicely. The bit that I am interested about, more so, is this little thing. Now, it's called Monument. Now, it's a nice piece by itself, but what you can do is, if you've got a very particular miniature you like, you can just pop it on there and display it, Monument to the miniature. Now, Chaos Lord or Chaos Warrior in sort of an 8mm futuristic game really doesn't do well, but just as an example. But what I was thinking about doing is getting some other miniatures around about the same size. This is, I think, a 30mm base. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check later on. But what I was doing was get some miniatures, just some odd, ones that are not particularly used, whatever, maybe a Space Marine or something, and then paint them in like a neuro green and blue, and that way it looks like a hologram, sort of like, on top of this huge dais, like, the Emperor is always watching you, our angels, blah, 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 blah. Or I could do like a Chaos Warrior, this could have been taken over by Chaos. We are the new overlords of the area, blah, 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 blah. So it's turned out quite nicely, and, it's, see-through. You can see through to the other side. It's got a nice little hollow bit here. So it's, it's very pretty, and it's all support free, which is lovely. And it's a really quite lovely thing. I'm very impressed with the printer for this piece, and I'm going to enjoy painting it up. Speaking of painting it up, for the most part, I think I might do it very much similar to a Necromunda sort of style. Do it black, and a heavy dry brush of brown, and then some silver. And certain places, like, a helipad or a place like this, I'll do in like a sort of a rustic white and so forth, and go from there. That's how I'm thinking at the moment. It might change. I don't know at the moment. I mean, these are supposed to be huge Gothic buildings. This is, 6mm to 8mm, so you can have massive scale. So, a lot of details aren't going to be there in some respects. It is going to be, boarded down or worn down and so forth on a much more larger scale. That said, I mean, I would love, I've noticed like on here, it's got a little view screen. So this would have been a massive plasma screen TV. Now, do I put like a nice screen or something actually happening on there? Just a little in-house joke, maybe, playing a propaganda to the people or something, or do I just leave it blackened and broken and seeping out with ooze and fluids and such? I don't know. I'm in two minds. In some parts, I find that a lot of my terrain is very dark and very Gothic, and it's very sort of, grim dark taken to the extreme. And I miss some bright colors, some, aquamarines and some vibrant reds and some beautiful blues. So in that respect, I might just go to the other end of the spectrum and do these not pristine, but a nice blue that's a bit worn down in places, maybe a bright red, bit of orange here, there, and everywhere. Time has taken its toll. I don't know. But I am looking forward to trying out some interesting colour schemes. The big old Gothic building over here that you've seen before, that will more than likely be in the very sort of like Necromunda style painting with the black and the silver. And that way, when I paint these guys in red, it'll contrast and look very pretty. Anyway, that's for another day. It's 11:30 at night and I need some sleep. Sleep, yes, well, we'll see. Anyway, have a great night. Chaos signing off. Bye-bye.